Welcome to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
Akwa Ibom, ay ay ay, sinena barasone ki songe mananye. Akwa Ibom, ay ay ay, ay ay ay.
The quest for the Akwa Ibom State government to build a modern and safe society for our teeming population has become a passion that the government is tackling head-on. Governor Akpabio has given the people the right to pass.
I was propelled by the desire to make a difference. At a time when other parts of the world are finding their ways to the moon, people are going on holiday to the moon. Nigerians still cannot find the roads to their houses. So I was a very angry young man that I could not find a way to my house. My village is sedentary, and the federal highway that comes from Omahia towards Port Harcourt traverses my community. And for over 29 years, I could not move from one location to the other for up to 5 or 10 minutes. So I was angry, and I just thought that governments across, I'm saying governments generally, had failed the people. So I was determined to make a difference. So I decided to contest election just to prove that government can work. What can we look at? Brand new roads across the entire state. You have at least 34 in Oron, you have at least 49 in Naked, you have over 20 roads in Ikorobasi, you have over 38 roads in Uyo alone, you have over 30 in Ikoregbene, and so many others across the state. Intervention in federal highways across the state with bridges. Dualization of major thoroughfares and approaches to the state. If you are coming in from Nungudo side, in Ibesipgo, you see the best constructed dualized road with street lights over 20-something kilometers. If you are coming in from Itu, you see the completed dualized road with street lights 39 kilometers. If you are approaching from the Ikoregbene area, we are now working on the construction, on the dualization, because it's a federal road, and therefore we needed to get permission from the federal government. So that construction has already commenced. And then, of course, if you are coming in from Abak, we have now decided to join the former 8-kilometer dualized thoroughfare that stopped at the time. We are taking it all the way down to Abak. We have opened up the third ring road across the state. We are joining up Aka Itinan Road that passes through the NTA, all the way through Itinan and all the way to Abak. We have done an NC road that moves through about 3 local governments with 3 bridges, Bipuro 1, Bipuro 2, and others. We go into Oron and we are doing the Tebienwang with the longest bridge in the state, 1.1 kilometers. Across the entire state, things are happening. In terms of road infrastructure, no government can beat us, and nobody can fault it, because you can come and see. You move around the state and you can drive for 40 to 50 kilometers and you don't see a single pothole.
A sectorial survey. This can be seen from the government's continuous huge investments in roads development and flood control systems. This is a twin-pronged attack the administration has adopted, as both must be developed side by side to have a meaningful effect and impact on the people and city development.
A situation where government comes in and thought more of moving the society forward instead of moving the pockets of politicians forward. I think this is where the paradox comes in. It's not normal in Africa to see an administration that, you know, the people become the center of its focus. And so it's really uncommon to see an administration that focuses on improving the lot of the populace instead of attempting to, you know, to meet the grandiose expectations of politicians and all that. But looking back, I feel very excited because first, we have been able to create the infrastructure they have been yearning for years. We didn't have good roads, but today we have tarred over 300 roads. We have intervened even in federal roads in the state. What we call federal roads are roads that are meant to be done by the federal government and not by the state. But we had to, because our citizens trespass those roads on a daily basis. And the accidents that occurred would not have occurred to federal staff, but rather to our own citizens.
Uncommon Transformation has told the story of roads development in the state, but it is a continuous and evolving process, needing constant updates to bring to the fore the value a responsible administration can bring to the lives of the people. For instance, the Akpabio-led administration has built over 1,200 kilometers of roads since it came into power in 2007. These include both state and federal highways. Some have been dualized with spurs for flood control, yet others come with sidewalks and streetlights for after-dusk visibility, security and safety of pedestrians.
If you come into the capital city of Uyo, I had already started to expand the roads. I'm opening up the roads, expanding the fingers of the roads, creating roundabouts, then flyovers, everything, because I know that at the end there's going to be influx of people. You see, I foresee a situation where, as a result of regional integration, Akwa Ibom will be a major economic hub for the South-South, and that is the attempt of the governor to call attention to this other serene environment, virgin in nature, not yet developed, untapped, and then we can call investors to come in. Very conducive with a group of very hospitable people. That's the kind of state I'm talking about, and with a place of relaxation where you can also work and you can relax, an atmosphere serene enough for you to think and produce the best for your business.
The beauty of the approach of the state government is not the over-concentration of the construction of highways alone. Not that they are not important, no, but very importantly, it has intensified efforts at ensuring that the internal roads in the city centers receive appropriate attention also. These, according to expert opinion, is pressure on the major or trunk A roads, allowing freer flow of human and vehicular traffic.
An experience we have in Akwa Ibom is truly unprecedented. I'm looking at the governor who has decided to transform the breadth and depth of the state, building roads everywhere, venturing where nobody thought he would venture, bringing people out of the doldrums, out of the pit, back into civilization, bringing people, connecting people from the bushes, from the forest back to the city, creating movement, ease of transportation for the people of Akwa Ibom, and thereby enhancing their economic opportunities and potentials. This is unique. What is special about the road construction of Governor Godswill Akpabio in Akwa Ibom said is that construction is not concentrated in the state headquarters. You go to the local government areas, they look like some state headquarters or better in some parts of this country, and I'm not sounding immodest here.
Governor Akpabio's road programs for the local governments is quite commendable, as those residents in these areas have equal right to pass. That is, rights to have access to quality roads for the delivery of goods and services like their brothers and sisters in the urban areas.
Ibiano people are very highly indebted to the government and the governor. That is why, collectively, we decided to award him the chieftaincy title of Itiat Ibiano Ibom, the foundation, because it's the only governor that had looked into our cries and ameliorated our road problems.
It was too bad. We couldn't, it was not a motorized by then time. No motor can enter except you trek. But later they repaired the road for us. And the government has done well. I give them another round of applause for doing that.
We used to suffer so much on this road. But for Governor Godswill Akpabio, we wouldn't have had access in or out of our community. We really thank him so much for volunteering to construct this road. The roads were so bad that we couldn't access anywhere from generation to generation. Every administration came with its own promises but failed to construct the road. But Akpabio came to our rescue and constructed this road for us. We commend him and pray to God to bless him abundantly. This road was especially bad, particularly during the rainy season. But the governor brought smiles on our faces by constructing this road. Now we can conveniently move about and evacuate our foodstuffs.
In the Oron area, the administration had embarked on the construction of over 34 roads, most of them completed, and others at different stages of completion. A situation the governor has assured he would address to ensure the people have the full benefit of his promise to them. Apart from this, the administration is also constructing the longest bridge in the area, intended to ease traffic flow in the riverine area of Mbo.
If you look at project execution, the only place I'm not totally satisfied with project execution is on, because most of the contractors who won the jobs in the second week, when new people started writing that we only give jobs to outsiders and that they would need to consider local contractors, most of them did not have the capability to complete the jobs. So I have to set up a special team from November 15th, this November, to move into Oron so that we can clean up all the initial 34 roads that we are doing in Oron. A special team, and then we can now also intervene during this dry season in many of the old roads that have a lot of potholes from there, so we can do overlay and turn the place around. It's only when I do that I feel very satisfied that we've done something.
The transformational and aesthetic power of good roads and bridges to the environment cannot be overemphasized. Look at this stretch of beautiful road leading all the way to the heart of Okanafun local government area. It has completely changed the fortunes of the people. Utunsege village in Okanafun local government was once cut off from other villages, but today the people are singing a different song. In Uyo, the state capital, and specifically in a wet housing estate area, the government has demonstrated so much commitment in constructing new roads, retiring and renovating old ones. To ensure the flooding, the environment, and keeping residents safe, drains are also being constructed to take care of storm water.
Only this road that he brought in this area has changed our life. The road alone have changed the life of the youth of this place, because in the past people do not have access to work in companies. The companies that work this road, our boys are there now working.
I'm very, very happy as I'm seeing this kind of development in our site, and I thank the governor that bringing this kind of a thing.
We are very happy for what our governor has done, giving us a good road. Now we can walk and enjoy it. Before we did not have road, we did not have work. So now we have good road. People are bringing us work for us to work. We are so much happy. We say thank you to our governor.
As a contractor, he has helped to create jobs for many people. Then for the citizenry, I think it's has helped to develop the whole oasis. Before now, most people don't know there are places like this. But with this new development, the road everywhere is open, and it's a good thing for the citizens.
I must appreciate the effort of the governor for making this road very beautiful like this. Formerly the road was very terrible. In fact, it was a rural road, but now it is open, and vehicles is like an expressway. Vehicles apply it very.
What are beneficiaries from other communities saying?
In fact, it was
a thing I would consider not in my generation. That is, I wasn't expecting to see any good road in my days. But thanks be to the Almighty Creator of all the worlds, that at a particular point in time, a Savior is sent to a particular set of people to redeem them and to liberate them. And that is what is happening to Tumekbo people. Particularly, if you move from Afarabong Junction down to Iwu, came down to Ika. In fact, this time around, even you are coming, I don't think the next 3-4 hours you could have been able to reach this place from Afarabong Junction. It was as bad as that. In fact, it became a policy even in the ministry that whenever you are to be punished, you'll be posted to Tumekbo, because that was the home of what the Bible called the Irong. I want to tell you that we were in hell. Not even hell, maybe hell is better. Because maybe God has provided a way where some people from hell can go out and come back. But in Ika, we find it very, very difficult to come in or go out. That was when the whole place became hideouts for all sorts of criminals. We were not free. In fact, the only access road that would link us to our state capital, they were planted on the road. We did not pass here. If we want to come from Uyo, we get to Abak. From Abak, we go to Ekparakwa. From Ekparakwa, we go to Oruonam. From Oruonam, we get to Okanafon. From Okanafon, we traverse at Tumekbo. And then we go to Abia, stayed at Azumini. From Azumini, we go down to Ika at Ikoroko. That is where we will negotiate how to come to Rainyang.
Osongoma residential area is not left out, as the area has received a complete facelift with the construction of many roads which were recently commissioned. Importantly, the roads come with spurs and drains. To the undiscerning minds, this may mean nothing, but when weighed against the backdrop of floods displacing hundreds of persons in the heart of the rainy season, the importance of drains cannot be wished away. Shelter Afrique, one of the major residential areas in the city, is also getting a dose of attention. The road network within the estate is being improved, as new roads are springing up while older ones are being refurbished. Oran Street in the capital city is an important link road between Oron and Wangiba roads. It is a flood-prone area, and for so long, nobody could access it, while all the businesses located along it crashed as the floods drove away everybody. The government tackled it head-on by not only constructing drains but also dualizing the road. A major performance index that marks out an administration as performing is its ability for proactive thinking. Give it to the Akpabio-led administration. It has its thinking cap firmly on its head. Look at this massive drain along Akan-Nungudi Road. It is between 3.5 to 4 kilometers long. It stretches all the way to the Tropicana complex and is also connected to this drain of equal magnitude. This area is prone to flooding in the rainy season, but with the investment in this massive infrastructure, the problem is over. One of the challenges of drainages in these parts has been lack of emptying point. Thankfully, this project does not have that challenge, as it was designed to flow through a natural waterway and empty into the creeks at Bikpong Ikoredem village in Ibesipo, Asutan local government area.
I'm standing at the site of a very ambitious drainage project embarked upon by the Governor Akpabio-led administration. This is just one of several similar projects scattered at various points in the state in its attempt to deflood the state. It is between 3.5 to 4 kilometers long and is situated between two villages along Akan-Nungudi Road in Ibesipo local government area. Now, people have asked severally, why is the administration burying so much money on the ground? The answer to that is simple. Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital, is located on a flat trough of land and is liable to flooding during heavy rains. Now we all know the devastating effects of flooding on the lives, properties and economy of the people if not properly controlled. And this is what the state government is trying to avoid by embarking on such projects. Now the government had said not too long ago that it would take about 500 billion naira to deflood the entire state. Now that is no mean change. It will have to take a deliberate and consistent state policy to embark on projects like this, even long after Governor Akpabio would have left office, for it to have maximum impact on the lives and economy of the people.
We call this place drainage. We want to bring the water all the way from Tropicana side to the discharge area here. All the water from this area, there will be no water problem again.
We are excavating the outfall from kilometer 9 to Tropicana to control the erosion in case of flood and other things. So we channel it out, we channel the water out to the Atlantics. It's a very important project because without this drainage, in case of rain and other flood, there is a problem for people living around this area. But with this drainage, it can control the water. Houses that are full of flood, every water will come to the drainage and it will take it away.
What was this area a great thing? When I first knew this place, here was very bushy. But today, I thank God, the development we can see is something, I don't know what to say. It's just wow.
I feel proud of being here, coming from Akwa Ibom State. And most especially, I'm giving kudos to my state governor, Chief Dr. Godswill Akpabio, for the giant strike, for all what he has done in Akwa Ibom. He has tried. Kudos to him. Yes, when you have a good route, it's one of the infrastructural developments. Then when you have a good road, you know there will be business booming, all the people will be building houses like this area. It was not like this before, but when this road was opened, people are building houses, stores, and development in all nooks and crannies are coming round.
Several other parts of the city and local government areas are experiencing the same kind and level of transformation. With the determination of the Governor Akpabio-led administration to sustain these efforts, the citizenry are sure to reap more bountifully, even as the administration winds down in 2015. This, indeed, is uncommon transformation.
Uncommon Transformation television series brings to you the latest information of the monumental achievements of the Governor Akpabio-led administration. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube to read the latest news, watch amazing videos and listen to in-depth analyses and interviews with the men and women working hand in hand with stakeholders to make Akwa Ibom State better. You can also log on to our website www.uncommontransformation.tv for more information. Uncommon Transformation television series, bringing to you the right and current information when you need it.